Hello everyone, welcome back to another story quest, Nahida. As always, we're back with another Cataclysm is Quickening. Chapter 4, Act 4, Secret Keepers and Forbidden Zones. After last time, Lynette and also Fremnes finally are fine. And we know Wriothesley is actually not bad. Wriothesley is just trying to snap something into their mind. To, keep their... just keep them A-okay, I guess. We know Wriothesley is not bad. Well, I know Wriothesley is not bad throughout the stories, and also Sichuan still cute, but not, dumb. Pretend to be dumb. Well, I never see Sichuan as dumb. Only see Sichuan as caretaker, but when she is scary, she can be so sneaky. Yeah, either way, that's happened last time. If you miss it, just rewatch it, because it doesn't make sense whenever I do recap. And yeah, either way, we're gonna hear the details from Wriothesley now. So without further ado, let's talk to Wriothesley. We spent a lot of days in here as well.
Excuse me!
Excuse us.
I take it Mr. Fremenet's condition has stabilized?
Yep.
Of course! I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Sijuin?
I wanted to check up on Miss Cloran. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
You think?
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Well, want to explain yourself, Wriothesley?
Yeah, they still see Wriothesley as a bad person.
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
Please enlighten us. Please enlighten us as much as you'd like.
Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
The answer is no. I just figured it out as soon as Linny spilled the bean on the door there.
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
Oh, so not just a moment ago. Good to know.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
I mean, it's kind of obvious when the daughter and the son of the Fatui of the Heart or the Knave all of a sudden in Merapit. Yeah. Why didn't you stop them?
Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance.
But there are more.
Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you have no idea as well about where is Child.
So you were hoping Lenny's group would just do your work for you.
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremenet has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Merapid is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Yeah, there you go. I know Wriothesley is just concerned about safety, but I don't know if it's us or it's like Linny included.
Are the rumors true that you're also a former criminal?
Yeah.
Now, why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Cloran down here?
It is me.
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work.
Oh.
As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
Why do you have to pay more for it? Wait.
And saving Fremine was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
I see. So the Forbidden Zone really exists. What is inside of it? Also, another thing is, yeah, I guess if something bad happened to Fremine, the Nymph just gonna use that as a reasoning.
That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts.
You know that, I see.
All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Yes.
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know.
Guessing it's about Furina.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
Yes.
Follow me.
Okay. Why did I answer it like that? I do not know. Why did I follow you? Couldn't you walk together? Alright. Oh, it's just down here. Okay, what is here? Secret. Man, I should have expected.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Wriothesley.
This is where the Nymph is actually with us this whole time.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is.
I mean, yeah, the way in is like that. I should have expected this, but for some reason my brain didn't expect it. Yeah, it's like this zone, or this area is huge and empty. Why? Surely there's a purpose, right? Well, this is the purpose. Well, we're also gonna learn about whatever is here.
Stand on the central plate.
My guess is like the Gnosis or Furina is real. You know, who knows?
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
They're falling down. Once everyone has taken their position, circular plate begin to slowly move downstairs. Let's see.
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special.
That is it Gnosis?
What a huge door!
It's a huge door, never mind.
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Yes. I'm guessing you're gonna say no because the Nymph now?
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
How about you stop us from doing that? That's, you know, easier. I can only use Lumin. Whisha! I mean, I can bring out my Tartaglia Gear to Lumin, so Lumin deal damage. Who knows? Why are you using Sack? Oh, right, because that broke. Right.
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Yeah, that's a switch.
Stand back.
Hey, you're gonna get wet.
Whoa! They all just went up one by one!
What is that in the middle of the room? That's also my question.
Go on, have a look.
Gnosis. I know, my guess is the entire gameplay is Gnosis. I mean, I'm not gonna be wrong, I guess. What is that? This room's really empty with nothing in here, which is quite strange on its own. There's also a device smack dab. What? Smack dab in the middle of the room, which look like some kind of massive sluice gate.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position. likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally.
Oh. So is it primordial seawater? Oh wait, does this have something to do with the judgment on the thingy? On the opera house thingy? Yeah, where you see if people is guilty or not.
Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
Water pressure, the temperature. It's not temperature, but the pressure?
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary.
Yeah, the answer is primordial water.
The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all.
So that's not the case.
Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
The concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
Under the sea.
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
Maybe the sea creature is back. Primordial seawater is continually leaking to the sea?
Yes, that's very likely.
Sounds like somebody peed on the sea. You see what Anyway.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Novelette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh. Oh!
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
And if the primordial sea is leaking through, if this gate falls, all of Fontaine will fall with it. And what Magfurina said and cried on that chair will happen.
Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring.
Oh, you know who?
It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished.
The previous Hydro Archon Egeria, so it's not free now. Oh. Does Egeria look, I don't know, the same as Frina at all?
The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them, and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow.
So it's this place. What part of it is boring?
As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
The whole reason the water can float is because of this gate here. That's actually scary. Do you believe in prophecies?
To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate.
Yeah, because slowly happening.
Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
So as the Duke of Meripede, just what do you plan to do about it then?
Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something. This is it.
Both of you.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Oh, crazy researcher.
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone. Huh? Lorvine and Jurier?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
I'm not from this world. You can trust. Wait, can you trust that?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
I know actually too much. We know the abyss, searching for our brother, for some reason managed to go here instead.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, I'm harmless if you didn't harm me.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
Yeah, Ed who?
He's the one who blew the whole institute sky high. Everyone knew he was a bit crooked in the head, but you're not a local, so I guess it's possible for you not to have heard of him.
Oh, I see. So the singer, Ed Sheeran. Good to know.
Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum and gravimeters. As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
You want to blow up the Fortress of Meripede?
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
You need help.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
I mean, it's not a bad thing blowing something underwater, not gonna lie.
Guys, focus! Focus!
But yeah.
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Oh,
Ooh, are they together?
was that really necessary?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Literally everybody.
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
Can you say you're not interested though?
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
What?
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
I mean, it does. This point can just turn into a giant ruin guard.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Dang, I still love that transition. Is it just a normal room?
Well, let's spice it up a bit.
What do you mean by that? Add some salt?
And here you go.
Oh! Oh, dang! What's that view? What is that view? What is that view? This is
What a huge ship?
to bring every Fontainian out. Oh, I see. Preparing before the flood, like that story. Jesus is story.
This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
You dream about floated, you build a boat, everyone laugh at you, but then the boat proved to be useful.
How much do you know about Fontainian history?
None.
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try.
Interesting.
So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontainians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
This is a plan for the ages. How long have this been? Dang, this few. Cannot you share a plan with everyone? Obviously not.
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe.
Yeah, people are gonna panic and try to get out of here.
As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. Alright, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions? Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back.
The game didn't even let me question. Yeah, will you come on my first 10 pull? That's the big question here. The most important question.
I'll leave you here for now.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
It means that my action now will decide the next steps of Linny's group takes. Linny's group takes not the brother and sister, is the heart of the house, or the knave. In other words, if I want to tell Linny the truth, I must make him understand that we cannot afford excessive conflict right now.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Yeah, we will, for sure.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
I am not. Because, man, Secret Keepers Forbidden Zone. Gotta continue with Calamity's Threat quest. Oh, that's a whole journey. Okay, let's see what's going on. Yeah, we're gonna still continue. I know whenever that trigger, yeah, it doesn't mean it end. Here's how we're gonna continue till the end.
We're back!
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
For sure, after what I just witnessed, yeah.
How can you be so much like Wriothesley, always drinking tea?
I'm pretty sure Lynette always drink tea.
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something now. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear 2 people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Interesting, before you was sedated.
Must have been Wriothesley and Seishween.
Yeah, I heard 1 male voice and 1 female, so it should have been the 2 of them. They really were just talking about brewing tea.
I really can't make sense of this place. So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Wriothesley?
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations?
Linny sounds a lot more like his old self now. Feeling better now, Linny?
Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
This is where everything can go wrong.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sijuin is also busy with something or other. So let's just talk here.
Either way, if Sichuan is not, busy and Sichuan is here, Sichuan is fine. Oh wait, Sichuan is taking care of Chlorine.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of Meripede.
Not wrong, it's inside or even on the bottom, but yeah.
Ooh, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
By the way, if I am Paimon, I'm not gonna say yes or no. That's how I keep everything mysterious.
That's our Linny.
Secondly, Wriothesley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why?
Safety.
I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him.
Nice.
What's more, the Fortress of Meripede is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Wriothesley is basically the king of a no-man's land. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the 2 factions are pitted against each other, Wriothesley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
Wow, Linny's grasp of the big picture is amazing. What? Linny grasp of the big picture is amazing?
You're super smart.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the last question. If Wriothesley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Cloran to help him out.
By the way, I'm gonna say this. Yeah, remember the first time we go to Fontaine where Linny and Lynette sharing the bag to keep people safe? Is that gonna play out like towards the end of the story? Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess. You have the last piece of the puzzle.
That is the problem. After some deliberation, you shared information. While sharing what you saw, you emphasize something.
I can't believe it.
The sea will engulf everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
Could Wriothesley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis?
My guess is yeah.
If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Wriothesley have known that?
Or perhaps he didn't know, and just wanted to bring Father over to his side? Which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on your side.
Until we're 1v1ing.
The 2 of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time.
What is the House of the Heart? You guys' house?
Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the 3 of us basically see you as family now.
Aw, thank you.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Linny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
Not gonna lie, if there's an option, I'm not gonna do it. If Schengen to Lynette, yes. Linny, I know they are trustworthy, but also another thing is protecting Linny when it really matters. Did we? I think Linny kinda got tranquilized a little bit.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
I mentioned it, we can work together again if necessary.
Given your strength, you might not need our help at all. But if you are ever in danger, we will try our best to protect you.
Even how strong people are, they still need help.
Aw, the sound of that makes Paimon feel all warm and safe inside.
Okay, are you not hungry? I knew it. What was that?
Paimon's hungry.
Oh, I couldn't believe I also figured that out.
Oh, you've done so much already. Go get some food.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
Sichuan, I'm guessing? No? I thought Sichuan gonna appear there. Alright.
I feel like I should try to become someone more capable of helping.
Stop saying stuff like that. Look at what you have done. You have done a lot. You have been helping.
You're incredibly helpful. Lenny thinks so too.
Yeah, you two are always telling me not to push myself, but aren't you just like that as well?
Well, that's everybody. Anyway, go to the cafeteria. I wonder what food we get. Are we getting good one? At least today? No. Can I just tip it to a welfare meal? I cannot. Is there... I guess I can tip it to a warden location to go faster. Why didn't I think about it in the first place, bruh? Alrighty. Let's see.
It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served in the coupon cafeteria.
Oh, so that's how you know when it's eating time.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. Traveler Paimon, over here.
Wait, you sound a little bit
Are
nervous.
you here for dinner too, Miss Yijun?
And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well.
Huh. You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria.
Yeah, it looked like you are criminal, not gonna lie. Also, another thing is, we need to kind of be careful because Sichuan's perspective on the meal is kind of...
What would you like to eat?
You, what? We can choose.
Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Then I'll have the tastiest stuff you have to offer. That's not a good idea. Get the biggest portion you have, not biggest portion, tastiest.
Me too. Don't forget Paimon.
Oh, probably both.
No problem. Just leave it to me.
After a while, meal Sichuan ordered arrived. Unlike days prior when you had really sorely, Sichuan also brings some drink over to you. They taste a little strange. You shake they genuinely taste pretty terrible at the very least, however.
So delicious.
And those skip are too slow. Pre-dinner are absolute best. Amazing.
Is this how it feels to be freeloaders? Wait a second, we did do plenty of work after all.
Feeling full yet? How's the food?
Delicious.
Exquisite, thank you. Beside the milk, everything was super delicious. Where did you get the milk? I'm just curious.
I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see, the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment.
Interesting
Excuse me?
perspective.
Do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings?
A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you.
You're really good at taking care of people. Even though you're so short, you still talk and act like an older sister.
Okay, Paimon through the story quests have been pretty emotional damage.
Really? You're reminded of an older sister? That's great to hear.
For me, you remind me of Yao Yao.
Oh, and what did you mean back in Wriothesley's office? When you said that you were protecting Linny and his siblings as well?
Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was wrong with the water.
Oh.
Thankfully, Clorand is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after Clorand left, to make sure that Linny wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother.
I see. Yeah, I know again, close for safe. I thought it's because of the float, but to stop Linny from chasing. Gotcha. Also, couldn't we sit together and eat together?
Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss Clorand had returned. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linney as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger.
You were all super considerate and really thought everything through.
It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been His Grace's style for as long as he's been the leader. Oh, I really wish Monsieur Nervula would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here, with all the darkness and chaos.
What give you that idea? Also, why? Why? But that doesn't make sense at all. It's hard to imagine Nervlet outside of his office as well.
Get a good night's rest, you two. You both worked very hard.
Thank you. If only people know that. Okay, let's talk to Chlorine.
Clorand!
Ah, it's you two.
How's dinner?
It's all right. Miss Sijwin really put in a lot of effort.
Chlorine is so friendly actually. Not gonna lie.
So we heard that Wriothesley invited you to come down to help, and you saved Fremonade too! You sure work super fast!
Oh, it was child's play.
A child?
Still, Paimon didn't know even champion duelists could take on side jobs. Oh, and why aren't you eating with Sijwin and the Duke? Won't you get bored eating by yourself?
Say the one that literally sit like on the other corner?
Miss Sijwin was with you, and the Duke has business of his own.
Oh, I see.
Actually, didn't Navia say that you went out for dinner with her as well?
Yeah. First time in a long time.
First time in a long time? So you mean you've gone out to dinner with her in the past?
In the past, yes. You seem to be enjoying yourselves here.
Alright. It's all thanks to Nervlad. This is technically a work trip for us too.
Things will be getting messy at the fortress soon. Don't run around unnecessarily.
I can see that. Oh. And she just disappeared. Return the dormant to rest. What level is that? That level. Alright, let's take some rest then. I have a feeling if we rest tonight, by the way, the vision gonna react to us again. Or show us something again. But let's see what's happened.
So much has happened. Paimon just feels absolutely exhausted now that she's finally relaxed. Paimon's super sleepy. Are you sleepy too?
Yeah, I'm actually also going there. That's like he's so cute. Wow, Shirley immediately fell asleep.
Delicious. Paimon wants seconds for free.
Good night. This is where everything got wrong.
Out of my way! Get out of my way!
What happened? Why is everyone running?
No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Where's Paimon?
Who's yelling? Paimon still wants to sleep.
Everything is happening now. What is that sound? Come on, wake up! We need to go out and see what's going on. Fast. Oh! Feel like everything about to become a chaos. Alright, it's time. Right. Feels like it's time to see what's going on.
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Hey, wait! What's wrong with these people? They won't even talk to us.
They're here! Yeah, there you are!
What happened?
Oh, thank goodness!
Quisto and Lavaroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong.
I heard a
just
shooting
now.
noise.
His Grace is telling everyone to evacuate and get out of here.
I literally heard a shooting noise.
Lavaroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count that 1 or 2 people are missing.
Oh.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my idea?
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us.
You said His Grace said to evacuate outwards?
Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible, upwards and outwards.
Huh, then what? Then that means whatever happened must have happened down below. Oh no, isn't that gate at the very bottom?
Oh no, it can't be that thing!
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey, where are you going?
Either way, you guys go to evacuate location. We got
We
this.
have to go find the Duke! You two just go and get out! Go on without us!
It's fine, we're not from fontaine.
Hey! Be careful!
You guys also get moving, Jesus! Where is like that?
Attention! Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
What happened? Bro, this is making my heart beat right now.
Attention! Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost
Well, a lot of
layer,
people are
then try
literally
to move
running.
as far outwards as possible.
Can I actually go there? I wanna see people running, like... Huh?
His Grace has asked everyone to evacuate outwards as quickly as possible. You should get a move on.
No, I have to go Forbidden Zone right away to check on the situation then. Thank goodness. I wanna see if the character disappeared. I guess it's not.
If you're already at the topmost layer,
Okay, let's see. The only way to go to the bottom is from Wriothesley is obvious. So let's see what's actually going on. Okay.
They're here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
You're just in time. But be ready to run. Three, two, one.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense. The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Neuvillette? Why are you here?
You know what's going on, I'm guessing. You can feel it.
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina, and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Okay, you can explain everything else to me later.
Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
We're literally at the end of the chapter right now. Yeah, Neuvillette knows what's going on, Neuvillette's going down, and we have to go to the Opera House. The whole reason Neuvillette's saying Neuvillette's not gonna come with Farina is because Neuvillette actually have to take care of the crisis. Because Neuvillette can feel how the thing goes on, or what is going on. Dang, this goes so deep. Yeah, everything from the start, and the whole Farina is... I see.
Look, there are a ton of Fatui and Palais Mermonia people over there. The knave is probably here already. We need to hurry. Are you you two the Traveler and Paimon? Monsieur Nervalet has left instructions. Please follow me. Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Farina to the best of your abilities.
Just leave it to me. Farina, I'm gonna protect her. I'll do my best. I eat her cake once, it's time for redemption.
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Aw, Farina is so happy that we are here.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the Knave, one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers.
Right, I forgot, we haven't met yet. Hello, nice to meet you. So this is the Knave, the head of the House of the Heart. Lineage siblings, father. She certainly does not seem easy to deal with, and also does not look like a father, but a mother. Either way, greetings. Pleasure to meet you too.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
I'll love to.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
How did you know Paimon? That's the question. No, don't eat it. Do not eat it. She seems friendly enough, but that can be all there is to her. The Knave is a force to be reckoned with. I should be very cautious around her.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
It looks as pretty and sweet as you. What? It's pretty good. It's quite tasty, and I think Paimon agrees too. But we're not gonna eat it. Don't eat it! Don't be so dumb and eat it! I swear, I hope you learn.
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and I.
Wait, Child should have no reason to have said something like that.
I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know. Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
If anything, Child gonna talk about our battle, but not our liking. I have faith in his abilities either way.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
Marina, I have no idea. Marina looked quite nervous. There must be some kind of bad blood between her and the Knave. Definitely there is. But what happened, who knows?
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Udex Neuvillette right in front of you. Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Neuvillette.
I managed to find a few leads on his whereabouts.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
You make him disappear.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since Child disappeared.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Child is still alive.
Oh, and just how do you know that?
Should we say efficient? Probably not.
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Meripede.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Camping in the forest with the bear. I don't know, this is unbearable.
Well...
Oh no, Paimon's statement just left us wide open. Why, Paimon?
The fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
We do not. But there was also no evidence that he's been injured or Moida.
That is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the Opera House. Is it something like that?
She is turning up the pressure. I'm not sure if I'll be able to convince her, but I can at least try to distract her from Furina, so Furina didn't get the pressure. Yeah, that sounds good to me, yeah. Yeah, anyway.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written or how it's worded.
Furina, that's the wrongest flag that you have. Furina, I don't know what you write, you just...
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Furina.
Huh? I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Oh. Oh, the knave keep bringing up the prophecy when the knave talked to Furina. That is why Furina was so scared.